Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of the ACA Original series, where we interview the brightest and amazing, talented creatives all over Africa, where they share their story, their journey, how they started, what inspired them, and what they're currently doing now, and what they hope to achieve in coming years. And don't forget to like this video because it helps us reach more people in our community. And also, don't forget also to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today, we have an amazing guest, a multi talented actor who has starred in so many amazing movies in the industry. Today, we have Michael Ejoor on the ACA Original series, and he's going to be sharing his journey, how he started, and what he's doing so far. Hi, Michael. You're welcome to the ACA Original series. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure. It's a pleasure, actually. So now, when did this all start for you? Because for me personally, the first time I saw you in a movie, I think was around 2019. It was a horror movie. I think there was Bimbo Ademoye in that movie, and we had some
Eluko.
other actors in that movie as well. When I think a spirit possessed everyone and they were killing themselves. So that
Yeah.
was the first time I
Yeah.
actually saw you in a film. So tell us, run us through your journey, how you started, and yeah.
Oh God, you just took me back in time. I remember Eluko, that film, the film you spoke about. There was one time we shot for 30 hours straight for that film.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't. I remember the sun coming up in the morning and we were still shooting, and something like I think 28 hours or something like that we were on set. It was crazy. But anyways, I would like to tell you that since I was a tata, I always wanted to be an actor, but no, that wasn't my story, to be honest. I literally stumbled into acting. I keep saying this thing that acting found me. I didn't find acting, and acting found me and rescued me because it was the hardest year of my life. I was getting over a failed relationship. That's a long-term failed relationship. My mother was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. I lost my job. It was a crazy year, 2016, and I was very depressed. And my very close friend at the time, Tim Godfrey, gospel artist, he was doing a musical theater production, and he wanted to just help me get out of the funk that I was in, and he invited me to come and understudy someone, and I said, I know they act now. I know saying I sing, you invite me, come here, come sing, but there's still acting involved. And he said, don't worry, it's the music that is more important. This character has three big songs. And I ended up loving the acting part even more than the singing. And there was a time when the lead character, the lead male, Shegun Obe, was supposed to be at rehearsal, but something happened and he couldn't be, and the director needed to really work with Wajir. Wajir was the female lead character. And he said, you know what, Michael, get on stage and take his script. And I said, I've watched the scene so many times, I know the lines. And I went on stage and there was this applause at the end. And I started clapping too. I was clapping because I was like, okay, it was a great scene. Well done, Wajir. And Wajir turned to me and said, they're not clapping for me. Oh. They don't see me act this thing many times. They're clapping for you. And I was blown away. The director then comes up to me, Joseph Ofili, and he's like, I thought you said you were not an actor. And I'm like, I'm not an actor. Oh. And from there, the rest is history. I went for an audition in 2017, May, my very first audition, Tinsel, and I booked it. Went for another audition, booked that, went for one after that, booked that, and I said, we don't find them.
Hmm. Wow. And it's a very beautiful story, and I love how you turned the difficult moments in your life to triumph. You turned that pain to triumph. You turned that hard time to triumph because you said that your mom was sick, you lost your job, you had relationship issues, and you had to go somewhere to just clear your head, and you ended
Yeah.
up acting, and now you are actually doing very well, and it's amazing. And that movie I talked about with Bimbo, I actually love that movie because I'm more of a horror movie kind of person. I love scary movies, so I
Mm.
actually liked and that film
Ah,
definitely.
that's good. That means that the film that I'm shooting in 2 days, what's today? Monday? Thursday. The film that I'm shooting on Thursday is for you.
Wow. I'll be on the lookout for it. Is it gonna be on YouTube or Netflix or which
Yeah,
one?
so it's going to go to TV and YouTube, so
Okay.
you would have various means to catch it. But yeah,
Okay. Definitely. I'll be looking out for that one. So, what changed? How did you get the breakthrough? How did you get the aha moment? Or when did you
wow.
get the aha moment?
To be honest, like I don't even know. Like I can't tell you that it's one aha moment. Like I guess my most recent aha moment would be To Kill a Monkey, but
Yeah.
that wouldn't be the first aha moment. It's probably the biggest aha moment that I've had in the course of my career because it was Netflix worldwide. It was a film by probably the most sought after director in Nollywood, Kemi Adetiba. Do you know what I mean? And it was a project that's life changing. Everyone's still talking about it till now. So that was a aha moment. But there's been quite a few. I think Unbroken was an aha moment as well for me. That was a project that I did for 1 year, and it showed on Africa Magic, and it was defining for me because I played a character that people started calling Mr. Turtleneck. His name was Leon, but my character wore turtlenecks all the time. So people started calling him Mr. Turtleneck, and people started calling me that on social media. There's been a few aha moments, and I'm very grateful that I've had those moments. To be honest.
Absolutely. And to Kill a Monkey was a masterpiece. It was an amazing movie. And I
Yeah.
think one thing I liked about the movie was, or the show, or the series was, the fact that you didn't know how it was going to end. The end, I didn't see that end coming. Personally, that ending when you were in the private jet or in the
My
plane.
brother, no be only you, I know see am too. Because they sent the scripts to us in three batches. So they sent episodes 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and then 7 and 8. So when I read 1 to 3, I was thinking, oh, I really like this guy. Oh, such a nice guy. Oh, so kind, so caring. Then when I got to 4 to 6, I was like, these people are going to fall in love. These
Yeah.
people are going to fall in love. I was just like, hey, yeah, who's going to play Inspector Mo? I had no idea at the time. And then when I read it, this is me. Yeah, what's me this? I messaged Kemi. I says, excuse me, ma, what's this? Yeah,
Wow, because but it was it's an amazing movie. Because for me, what really matters is the movie is, I don't really care about the middle personally. I care about the beginning and the end. So how did it end? How did it start? So if the starting is good,
yeah.
I can watch. Even if the middle is a bit boring, I will still watch. But the ending was absolutely fire. Was fire for sure. So now, what would you say is the most exciting and the most challenging about being a creator or a creative in Africa right now?
Well, okay, so you're saying creatives and not just actors.
An actor, you're a creative because you're creating
Yeah, yeah, no. So I'm
magic
saying that you want me
magic
to answer
moments.
the question just from an actor's point of view.
Yes, I'm actually point of view. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay, okay,
let me rephrase it. What would you say is the most exciting and the most challenging about being an actor, about being an
okay.
African actor? Yeah.
Okay. So the most exciting thing for me is because and I hope it doesn't sound as if I'm boasting. I'm quite good at a few things. I believe I'm a good actor. I think very well. Um, I I'm book smart. I have a first class degree
Hmm.
from the University of Hertfordshire in the UK. So I'm good at business. I can I've helped, some businesses that we know. I've helped them start their businesses. I helped build a capex opex model. That's a capital expenditure operating expenditure model. I can forecast figures. I can tell you when based on projecting. Let me not go on. So because I'm good at quite a few things, I always worried about being able to express all these things I'm good at. But I get to do that by being an actor. I've played a singer before. I've had to sing. I've played a businessman before, and I didn't need to fake it because I understand what that is. I've played a doctor. I've played a father. I've played. So that's the most exciting thing for me is that I don't even know who I can, who I who I could play next month because I haven't received that script. I don't know who I'm going to play next year. So it's exciting that I get to be all these amazing different characters. I love it so much. That's the most exciting thing for me. I guess the most challenging thing would be the ability not to be able to convincingly play these characters because we don't have access to funding or distribution platforms, or we don't, because of funding, we don't have the luxury of time. We have to work within a very constricted time frame. So everything shy, it end up boiling down to money. Because of the access to money, we don't have the luxury to create under the best of conditions, under the best of circumstances. So yes, it gets challenging.
Mm. Wow. Hopefully that will change very soon because, to be very honest, our movies, I think we are doing so well in terms of
Yeah.
quality, graphics
Yes.
quality. Like if you watch
Yes.
even movies from South Africa and Nigeria as well, if you see those movies, you always feel like, wow, this looks like an American movie. Like even I saw one
Yeah.
action movie recently, and the graphics, the shooting, everything was fantastic. So hopefully that changes very soon. So there's something I'd like to ask you, right? I interviewed a South African actress recently, and she
Okay.
said something that that for us one of the challenges is that she feels like Africans, we are not telling our own stories. For example, you see the other people from America or from the Western world, they come to Africa and make African films, and they don't use African actors to tell those stories. So she feels like, yes, there might be black people, they might be able to, but they're not Africans. They don't have the flavor. So she said that they should be using more Africans to tell African stories because we are Africans. We live in Africa. We know the story. We have the voice. We have the knowledge. I don't know what you have to say about that. What if you agree with her or you think no?
Yeah. So it's 50-50 for me. And I'll tell you why it's 50-50. I agree and I also slightly disagree. So I agree because there's a certain authenticity that using someone who has lived this experience or knows someone who has lived this experience or a similar experience brings to a character. It's like the way an Igbo person would speak Igbo in a film than me that before the scene you would tell me, you would say it to me 7 times. I'll have to repeat it seven times. Guinea biha, Guinea biha, Guinea biha. I have to repeat it many times before I remember because I'm not Igbo. Do you understand? There's a certain flavor that somebody who is Igbo, who knows that, okay, that instead of saying Guinea Biha, I can maybe add a little flair or something else to it that will give it a little, because I wasn't just thought it, I live it. I can think in Igbo. Do you understand? So there's something about being authentic that, you can't mortgage. So yes, I believe that it would be nice if they used authentic Africans in telling these stories on a global scale. But at the same time, the reason that I tell you that I disagree is acting isn't life.
Hmm.
It's telling a story. Do you know what I mean? We don't. It's not reality TV where
Hmm.
somebody's following you and you're doing a character. I'm supposed to bring this person to life. I'm not that person. So
Hmm.
even when I'm telling the story, so imagine that we're telling, so like now there's a film coming out telling Idia's story, Queen Idia, and it's coming to cinemas, I believe, next month or so. Um, no, Queen Idia was not there now. The person that's going to play her is not the real human being. Do you understand? So it's
Yes.
not the real person. And we don't necessarily have to box people in. If an American can convincingly do their research and play in a Nigerian with an authentic Nigerian accent, not the one that we used to hear that sounds like this and they think they're using Nigerian accent. That's not the accent. There's no Nigerian I've ever met that used to talk like this. So, you know, If you can convincingly do it, by all means, go ahead. I don't care where you're from. Just get it and get it right. Because if they ask me to play an American, I would work very hard to make sure that I get an American accent. Then, do you actually believe that I'm actually from America? You know, do you believe? If you don't believe it, then I'm not ready for it. Do you know what I mean? So, but
Absolutely.
if you can convincingly play it, please go ahead. That way, I would even appreciate it even more. Because there are some times where I would hear somebody speak and I'm like, wait, so this person is British, they're not American, but they gave me that American accent, they gave me the mannerisms of a true American. If you can do that, go ahead, please.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there was this show I watched then, the Peaky Blinders.
Oh, yeah.
The lead character, Killian Murphy. Killian is not when Killian spoke like a British guy, but when he speaks normally, he has a very deep voice. He doesn't speak in no way close to the way he spoke. And like you said, so yeah, absolutely,
And that,
I have
that
to
is the
be
beauty of acting.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely, I agree with you for sure. So, what do you think the world needs to understand about African creativity?
I feel like the world needs to understand that Africans are different. We are very
Mm,
eccentric. I see people sometimes talking about Africans and their acting style and everything and likening it to Hollywood. Really and truly, like, who in Hollywood you don't see do like this? After, this is us. We are so dramatic. And it's more, hey, way, mogbe. Like we use a lot of, hey, hey, we open our eyes wide. In life, that's who we are. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so sometimes I think met with people saying that Africans overact. And yes, as much as I believe it, yes, sometimes we do overact as actors, but it's born from a place that the average Nigerian is so dramatic. The woman that's selling Bolly over there, she's so dramatic. If by mistake fly with, she say, hey, 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 as if it is a bomb that she saw and it is fly. But that's how we are. We are just very, very, very dramatic. And it would be nice if people understood that, we are not a subtle breed of people. And it's okay to bring that to screen when you're playing a Nigerian.
Absolutely, I agree with you for sure. So now let's talk about the ACAs. You recently got nominated for uh,
Yeah.
for the next rated male movie star of the year. How do you feel about that? And when you got the notification that you were nominated, how did you feel and how how did everything go for you?
I remember seeing that nomination at night. And I said to myself, wait, it's in the morning, I will acknowledge it. I said, wait, I don't want to acknowledge this thing now. I just got it, I downloaded it, I set I went to Instagram, I set a post and I scheduled it to post in the morning. And then I just said, thank you, God. And I remember my caption. My caption was, there are so many actors out there. And the thing about the ACAs is, it's not even Nigeria. There's so many good Nigerian actors. But then to think that I'm being considered on a continental scale, not just a national scale,
Mm,
I felt entirely honored because I'm such a fan of Nigerians, Africans, and their acting. I feel like South African movies are amazing. I love Ghanaian movies as well. I love so many Ghanaian actors. Anthony Wood. I love some Cameroonian actors, Stephanie Toom, Okawa Shazne. It's like, so to think that, do you know how many actors there are? And you thought about me? Like I'm so grateful. It's not the first time I've been nominated at the ACAs, but over the years, there are so many more actors that have come out, and there are more actors. So I'm okay if you don't think about me. I don't feel like I'm a bad actor because I'm not nominated, but I feel extra special when I am nominated. And thank you to the ACAs for making me feel special.
yeah, congratulations, and it's well deserved. You merit it. You've done so well. I think from when you had the first nomination in 2021, up until now, it's been just the trajectory of just growth, 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 growth. And what you did to kill a monkey again was fire. So the nomination was definitely well deserved. And hopefully again, maybe in the future, maybe you can get actor of the year or TV star of the year. Who knows? So it's just it's just to keep going and keep doing
Yeah.
what you're doing. So what do you plan to what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Um, this question, I always have to start because people tend to ask this question. I always have to start this question by saying, please, I'm not small-minded, okay? Because my answer is never really what people expect. I don't. I'm not going to tell you that in 5 years I want to be in Hollywood, but in 5 years I want to be at the pinnacle of Nollywood. I want, I want, I want the whole of Nigeria to know my name, and not necessarily because I'm looking for fame, but I want them to know me for storytelling. I want them to know me as someone who abandons himself in a role. Like, I don't really care for people to know about my personal life or my fashion sense or anything like that. Yeah, I like to dress up and look nice and stuff like that, but I want to be known as an actor. I want people to, when they think about me, they'll say, this is a good actor. Every time we see his name for a film, we were rest assured that we know that this there's going to be a good performance ahead of us. So that's where I see myself. But I also see myself doing a host of other things. So the film that I told you that, and I will remind you, I send you a message when the film comes that you must watch it. That film,
Sure.
I'm not just acting inside, I'm the director. So you're going to
Oh
be
wow.
seeing, yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot of Michael Ejoor, the director, and you're going to be seeing a whole lot of Michael Ejoor, the TV host. So
Is it
in
the
five
horror one you
years,
say I would like?
yes, I'm the one directing
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So yeah, you're going to see a lot more of Michael Ejoor, the actor, Michael Ejoor, the director, and Michael Ejoor, the TV slash game show host. In 5 years, you would see those three things a lot.
Absolutely. And we wish you well and hopefully you do it. And we know you're going to do it because it's just going to be going from levels to levels for sure. So
Thank you.
finally, what do you have to say to your fans, supporters? Just drop a word of inspiration, a gem, that can inspire the next person watching right now.
Well, so to every single person out there that has supported me, watched anything that I've been in, you don't even have to consider yourself a fan. Just the fact that you are watching, I'm so grateful. Every time I see someone or someone recognizes me outside or is like, oh, can I take a picture? The first thing I say to them is, don't ask me whether you can take a picture. Demand the picture because you are my oga. If you know watch the film where they do, I no go get work. So don't I'm a fan of yours for you consuming my work and letting people think about me as somebody that they should invest their money in. For you investing your time, your data, in things that I've done. I say thank you so much. And I promise you, I will keep working hard to not let you down. I would work, I would make sure that every time you stream anything that I'm involved in, it is going to be something of note. That's something that I promise you that I will do everything in my power to make sure. Yeah. So thank you so much to every single person out there that has supported me. God bless you. Thank you so much. And I want to say to the ACAs, thank you. For many years, you guys have been there. I've shown up for two of your ceremonies, and each time it has gotten better. Each time you have put in more work. It is applauded on a continental scale, not just a national scale. Thank you so much for recognizing not just actors but people in so many different areas. I, I'm really grateful that you take out the time to do this.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much, and we appreciate the beautiful words for us. And this year we are going to SA. The next
Yes, you're
ACA is
going
on
to
the 7th of December.
SA.
Yeah, so we're going to SA together, and we look forward to seeing you on the red carpet in Johannesburg, and it's going to be an amazing time. Thank you so much, Michael, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors. And good luck with the nomination. I think voting starts today, so good luck, and have a wonderful one.
Thank you.